హలో హాయ్ ప్రస్తుతం మనం గోవా రాష్ట్రం పోండా గ్రామం సహకారి స్పైసీ ఫామ్లో ఉన్నాం. సుగంధ ద్రవ్యాల మొక్కల పెంపకం గురించి వివరించడానికి మన ఫ్రాన్సిస్ గారు అందుబాటులో ఉన్నారు.
Okay. Yeah. So here if you see, you can see the red spots. It's because of the rain. So you can say acidic rain. You can see it's become red in color.
Acidic rain here.
Yes, first rain is normally mostly acidic. Then when you have new rain, it's not acidic anymore. Yeah. So now here we have is another type of the heliconia, and this is known as the crab claw flower. So that was lobster claw. This is crab claw flower. Decorative flower. So that is a heliconia. It is known as lobster claw. So there are yeah. This is known as the dragon flower. Yes, you can see right here also. Many. This is dragon flower. The long blade of grass. So that is the tea which you had as the welcome drink, the lemongrass.
Yes.
So it's also used in the Thai dishes, in the soups. The oil which is used in the cosmetic industry for facials, acne, pimples, open pores. So that is the lemongrass. 30 to 40 grams of the cardamom on a bush in a year. Okay, now when you're buying cardamom in the market, if it is green, it is good. If it is white or yellow, oil has been taken out from it. Okay, now this is the tree of the jadikai.
జాజికాయ.
Yes. So June to July, the flowers and then the fruit, which
Okay.
after 10 months,
Okay.
April to May, the fruit opens up by itself. So inside is the hard nut, that's the nutmeg or the
Okay.
jadikai. And just on the top of the nut, there's a covering which covers the nut, which is red or orange in color. So this is known as the jajipatri. So jadikai and jajipatri is from one tree or one fruit over here.
Oh.
Yeah. So the leaf, you can crush it, take the aroma. Let me know what spice. Crush it and smell it.
Danyala.
మిరియాలు.
No, mirialu is a wild. Okay, this is lavanga.
లవంగాలు.
Yeah.
క్లోవ్స్.
So, cloves. So now the season for the cloves is November and December.
Okay.
So the clove is a flower. So at the tip in a bunch, we have 3 to 5 of these green buds, hand-picked, dried in the sun. So now when you're buying lavanga in the market, if it is brown, it is good. If it is black, oil has been taken out from it. So now the first flower is after 15 years, which is every year up to 90 years. And from one tree in a year, maximum you can get is 1.5 kilos of the lavanga on a tree in a year. So that is the reason the fourth expensive spice. Okay, on the palm tree, you can see some small fruit on the top. So as it turns orange, plucked, dried, peeled, then inside is the hard nut, that's the betel nut, waka, which is used in pan and then chewn also as well. But again, it's a palm. Coconut is a palm, this is a palm also as well. Now in case you see the palm trees, can you tell me how we can count the age? Yes, the nodes or the rings. So now for the waka, 3 rings, 1 year.
Okay.
So it gives us the first fruit after 7 years, which is 3 times in a year till 40 years. Now for coconut, it is 4 rings, 1 year. So first fruit is after 8 years, which is 4 times in a year up to 80 years.
Okay. Up to 8 years. 80 years.
8 years. First fruit is after 8 years, which is 4 times a year till 80 years. You can keep the fruit, no problem. Now here, you can see a fruit right over here.
Yes, this one.
Yeah, you can see. Okay, so this is the cocoa, the cacao or the chocolate tree. So as the fruit turns yellow, inside it we have 10 to 15 of the seeds, which are then processed with milk and sugar, the chocolate or the cocoa powder. Now you see the outer white part, that is made into cocoa butter, which is used in facial creams, while the inner seed is very bitter in taste. So it is processed with milk and sugar, and then we have the chocolate or the cocoa powder over here. Okay, you can smell it. Let me know what spice over here. This is a plant which is a native from the Caribbean islands, West Indies. So in West Indies, it is known as Jamaican pepper. In India, we call it as the allspice or the five spice. In Kerala, it is known as Sarva Sugandhi. So in the month of March, we have as a fruit, a berry, which is plucked, dried, powdered, added to your dish, one spice that does all the trick. So it's equal to nutmeg, jadika. Then you have his cloves, lavanga. Then you have his cinnamon, dalchin chakka. You have his coriander and cardamom, elaichi. All the five spices flavor in one plant over here. So that's how the name, all spice or five spice. Buying it in Kerala, Sarva Sugandhi. Out of India, Jamaican pepper. Right over here, okay, we have is the plant of the fusfu or the turmeric. So once we have is a plant, after 7 months, once the plant dies off, okay, so that's when we harvest the root or the rhizome. So now the turmeric, fusfu, has antiseptic, antibiotic properties. So it's used in a dishes, use it for the minor cuts and wounds, also used as a face moisturizer. Now there's an extract known as the curcumin, which comes from the turmeric, and that is used for the treatment of cancer or Alzheimer's or arthritis, and it is also known as a lady's medication. Like by nature, abdominal pains. Take a pinch of the fusfu, add it to a tablespoon of honey, drink it 2 times a day for 3 to 4 days. Good during those times also as well. Right here, okay, on the palm tree, you can see a creeper, a vine. You can see the leaves in a zigzag manner. Okay, now this is the second most expensive spice. Okay, the vanilla. Okay, and the vanilla is an orchid. So in the months of February to March, once we have is the orchid flower. Now in India, because of the climate, we do not have is the bees or the insects to do the pollination. So the flowers has to be hand or artificially pollinated. And then later on we have is the bean, which is green in 5 to 7 months, August to November, as it turns brown. Plucked, dried, the oil extracted, and major portion of the natural vanilla which is used in the pharmaceuticals or medicines, then in the soft drink industry like Coke or Pepsi, or in the perfumery or cosmetics. Now mostly what is used in cakes, ice cream, chocolates is the synthetic, the lab produced vanillin. It is not the natural vanilla. So in case you want is a natural vanilla extract, it comes in the form of a thick paste, a gel, which is brown in color, and it comes in around 10 milliliter bottle, and that costs around 4,000 rupees. So for 1 kilo, it is 40,000. Or if you want one vanilla pod, it is 200 rupees over here. So this is the second expensive spice in the world. Okay, now here we have is a creeper, a vine. We can see the cones right over here. So this is the pepper or mirialu. So now what we have is green, which then ripens, turns red. Red, plucked, dried in the sun, it is black pepper. And if you take the red corn, boil it in water for 5 minutes, skin comes off, white pepper. So now black and white is from the same creeper. It's only on the stages or the processing. Okay, now when you're buying pepper in the market, what you do is you keep it on your finger and press it. If it is harder or white on the inside, then that is the original pepper. Because sometimes when you buy in more quantities, it may be papaya seeds.
Oh.
And papaya seeds are softer, black or brown in color. Now second test, put it in water. If it goes to the bottom, it is mirialo. If it floats on top, it is papaya seed. Or you can take it on your hand, shake it. Papaya seeds are light, so they'll come on the top. So then you can pluck 2 or 3 and press it with your finger and see if it is pepper or papaya seeds. So now this is a fruit which normally the birds eat it, but it is known as Decyphus. Like in olden times, oil was extracted and then it was used for the controlling of the white patching of the skin or the vitiligo. So this is known as the Decyphus over here. Chili, which it was the Portuguese who brought it from Mozambique. So it is known as the peri peri or the pili pili chili. Maximum size is 2 centimeters. This is the termite hills. So termites normally eat dead wood. And then we have is the ants who eat the termites. Then we have is garden lizards, geckos, who eat the ants over here. Snakes who eat the garden lizards. And then eagles who eat the snake, the ecosystem. So now on termite hills, the mushroom that you get is very good to eat. So if I, here you can see the natural mushroom growing inside. So you can see the seed of the natural mushroom. So if you see inside. So mushroom is actually a fungus. So whatever gets rotten, that's where you get mushroom growing. So you can see. So this is the seed of the mushroom. So mushrooms which grow on this termite hill is more better. It's more good for health over here. Yes.
Not in white color.
It comes in white color. This is the seed,
Okay.
But that mushroom you can eat it. It is more good in nutrition.
Okay.
Now, wherever in the market, what we get mushroom is normally cultured. Like you take is all rice, hay, and all grass and all, which is then put seeds. They put moisture, and then you have is the cultured mushroom. The oyster mushrooms or button mushrooms. This is the natural button mushrooms. Okay, now here, this is the tree of the cashew. So now the season for cashew is March, April, May. And from one tree in a year, maximum you can get is around 4 kilos. So now from the apple, we make the alcohol or the feni. So now feni looks like water, but if you give it a shake, it gives a froth. And in Sanskrit, froth means fen. So that's how the name, the cashew feni. So now cashew is actually a native from Brazil. And it was the Portuguese who brought it over here and then made the feni. So if you happen to visit any part of the world, you won't find feni. It is only in Goa and patented over here. Yeah. Your food, don't worry. Sip a little and have water. So it will take care over here. No effects over here. We are nearly towards the end of our walk in the farm. Okay, so thank you very much. A pleasure having you all. Okay, now here we have is a small tradition. Like in 10 liters of water, it is 4 drops of citronella, 4 drops of lavender oil. So a little water down the back lets the backbone, nerves, muscles contract, keeps a check on the tiredness or the stress. So as I pour the water, it won't stain the clothes. So now citronella oil, which gives the fragrance, keeps away the mosquitoes. Lavender oil, which relaxes the body also as well.